Hello. How's everybody doing? My name is Jay Walker. You're here watching me, listening to me, talk as people who are not me, having the stream on my phone, and you maybe just heard that for a second. You can maybe still hear it because even though I closed it, it didn't want to stop. In case you don't know, this is the man who I'm speaking as at this very moment. But we're gonna hop right into some stories. I hope everybody's doing really well. We got some good stuff from Am I the A-hole on Reddit. We got some stuff in the mailbag that you fine people sent in last week. We've got some relationship advice from folks. And hey, we're just gonna solve the world's problems. Okay? That's what we're here to do. We're either gonna solve them or make them worse. All of this advice, do not take for real. Jay gives great advice, but Jay's not the one giving the advice. So your mileage may vary. Why don't we just get this thing cracking, shall we? First of all, we got a new guy that we did not see last week. You may have noticed in the thumbnail and title. I want to introduce you to my not friend. Hi, alright. So, I'm sure you know this guy, Dr. Phil. He's real boisterous. He made the Cash Me Outside girl real famous.
Oh, yeah.
And whatnot.
Cool. New follower.
But alright, here we go. I think this is from relationship advice. Me, 23, and my girlfriend, 22, have been in a relationship for 5 years. My girlfriend is way better looking than me. I was skinny for a long time and always had some insecurities over my looks. She used to keep telling me she loved my soul, blah blah, and I'm a good person. But I did go to the gym, got muscules, that's how they spelled it, that's not me, and my looks did improve. Muscules. After this, we went on a trip where she gave me the biggest trauma. We were on bed, and she was telling me how she was attracted to one guy because of his looks. It's not like she's proceeding anything with him on any level. They were just friends. More like classmates. She was like, she just finds his looks attractive. But she didn't stop there. She continued saying she didn't find me attractive because of my looks, and I was in no way close to the ideal partner she imagined as a kid. But she kept assuring me she loves me so much and how I was a good person. I was sitting there going numb in my head and hurt to the maximum. I hated myself that day. I went silent and we just returned from the trip with no words after that. She kept saying sorry. What should I do? I hate that she doesn't love me for looks, but on the other hand, she does love me well. Too long didn't read, we read it out loud, my friend. My girlfriend revealed she doesn't find me attractive. Well, I hate to say it, my friend, but, might just be time to part ways, okay? The person you end up with for the rest of your life should at least find you a little bit attractive, okay? I would hope. I'm realizing at this very moment that Dr. Phil sounds a whole lot like Mr. Mackey from South Park. Drugs are bad, okay? And I do wonder if they're actually based on the same guy, but hey, the world may never know. Anyway, hey, you're only 23 and 22 years old. That's a good time for you to do a little exploration into what you like. Maybe you could find a woman who actually finds you attractive. You did the work and put yourself in the gym. That's good. All right. She doesn't appreciate that. Maybe it's time to part ways, and you can part ways respectfully. Okay? It's just becoming Mr. Mackey now. You can part ways respectfully, okay? but you don't have to stay together forever. It might not be a match made in heaven, okay? Maybe you should go outside, go out on the street, say, do a little bird call, okay? Go to, you're just out of college, so maybe don't go to college, but you know, you can find people, do a little dating, go do some of those singles dating scene things, you know, speed dating and whatnot. All right? Hey, you got a lot of time. World's not ending. Just got to get out there. Your girlfriend doesn't think you're hot, and that's a problem. She should at least be like, oh, you're no hunk, okay? You're not a hunk. Ain't gonna be making statues of you and whatnot, but I think you're pretty cute. That'd be pretty nice. But if your girlfriend doesn't think you're attractive at all, and is talking about other guys she thinks is attractive, maybe she shouldn't be your girlfriend, because that's mean. I mean, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills over here. Sounds crazy. Sounds almost like Forrest Gump. This Dr. Phil. I mean, it's a version of him, you know? Hey. Oh no, you can only see me. Oh. Or you can't hear me. Hey, remember last week when I said there was going to be technical problems and to just expect it? Well, now you got it. You all just got a real nice audio version. You got an audio version of that story from Dr. Phil. At least I hope you could hear me. You should have been able to hear me the whole time. Y'all were just looking at that starting soon for forever. Hey, there we go. Now you can see me and you can hear me. Okay, and you can see Dr. Phil being all Dr. Phil-like down there with his bald head. I shouldn't talk. Mine's almost there. Okay. Hey, all right. Yeah, I'm looking at the chat. I see y'all. I see y'all. I mean, I think y'all got the gist of the story here. You should think your partner's attractive. Your partner should think you're attractive. Looks will fade, okay? Looks will go away. But you got to start with them at least. Maybe when you get old and wrinkly, then you'll be like, oh man, I really love you because you got a good personality. But when you're young, okay, when you're 22, 23, and all that and whatnot, maybe you should be thinking your partner's cute, okay? And if you don't, well, hey, there's plenty of fish in the sea. There's not just fish, okay? There's all other kinds of things. There's crustaceans. Maybe you're into crustaceans, all right? Maybe that's your thing. You're not going to know unless you get out there, go to Red Lobster, okay, and explore your options. Look at that menu, okay? You got to get out there. Goodness, really do feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Why do I have to tell people this? Seems like real obvious. What are you doing? I mean, hey, Walker says maybe don't look for crabs. Maybe do look for crabs. Maybe you like crabs, okay? They're going extinct, I think. The real tiny kind? Yeah, y'all shaving your junk and whatnot. Made a whole species of animal go extinct. You think about that tonight. All right? You should have that on your conscience. All right, we're going to move on. I'm going to tag in the next guest here. And by the next guest, I still mean myself, just doing a different voice. Oh, it's absolutely unhinged, Rain Lynn edits. Welcome. We're not going to stop. It's only going to get more unhinged from here. Dr. Phil's chill. Phil Dr. Chill, that's what they always call him. Chill Dr. Phil. Okay, but we're going to move on. Got another story. And it's going to be presented by this fella. You may know him from the Lord of the Rings series. You might know this guy. You might have seen him once or twice, or 12 hours worth of this guy. Or even more if you include the Hobbit series. It's a whole lot, you know? All right, he's gonna be reading you something from relationship advice. He's gonna take this one. Oh, Chatterbox TV just subbed on Twitch. Look at that. Oh, thank you. I don't know if we've seen that yet. Oh, thanks, Chad. We'll be seeing you later. Okay. I will say, as Jay, for a second, Gollum doesn't just read things normally, right? So I am in real time. I copy and pasted this Reddit thread, but I'm just gonna change it as I need to make it sound like how Gollum would sound if he was reading it. Okay. I, 18 female, have been living at my uncle's house, Adam. He's 49, and Melissa, 47, for 2 years. This happens after the sudden passing of my parents. When they took me in, they were quite relaxed with me for a few weeks and then went back to their regular ways. They were a little strict, but nothing too extreme. There were some restrictions that were different, but eventually nothing ended up being a big deal. A few weeks ago, my uncle and aunt sat me down and asked me to begin paying rent. Additionally, with a little backlog. But I could take my time on that. I told them I couldn't do that because I couldn't afford it. All of the money I was saving was going straight to my college fund, and to afford 2 years' rent plus every month from now on would mostly drain me. Adam and Melissa just shrugged and asked me to figure out the best I could. Today at breakfast, I told them I would stay with my boyfriend, Elias, 19 male. His parents invited him to stays once they heard me talking about the issue. They have a 2-story with free rooms currently, so they told me whichever room I wanted was free. Elias and I had been dating for 3.5 years. I'd stayed at his family's house often over the years. I'm realizing right now that Gollum starts turning into Elmo after too long. I'd stayed at his... Smeagol, really, not Gollum. I'd stayed at his family's house often over the years. As I was packing, Adam and Melissa came into my room to forbid it. They are extremely conservative Christians and said it's not a good look. They said I owed them for the years they took care of me. They were really great the 2 years I stayed there. Very comforting, very kind people. But I don't just want to give up my college dreams. I'm at Elias's house right now, and I'm honestly feeling bad. Like I deserted them. They were really fantastic people. Am I the a-hole? Am I the a-hole? You are not the a-hole. It sounds as like to Gollum, to Smeagol. It sounds like they are not good people. You had a deal. Your parents passed away and they taxes you in. They taxes you in. And then they wants to charge you money. That's wrong. Eat their souls. Or maybe just leave. Maybe just leave. And it'll be okay. It'll be fine. You don't need to talk to them anymore. It's okay. But you could also go to their house at night and throw poops at it.
Oh, whoa, look at that.
I think we solved
follower.
that one. I think we solved it. I just want to thank Gollum and Smeagol for joining. Big stars, big stars, big celebrities, you know? Big celebs out here. Wendy, I am so glad that I'm live as you're having a rough day. And glad we out here, you know? We're doing it. Okay. You know, I was excited about this one because I realized I didn't have it in my list. And I've wanted to do this impression for a long time. So, you may know this man. His name is Senator Bernie Sanders. And, well, if you don't know him, I advise that you get out of the rock under which you are sleeping and living. Okay? So, we got this story here from, I don't know, some subreddit or something like that. Okay? So, here it is. I, 20-year-old female, just got a job, and my boyfriend, who is a 21-year-old male, wants me to quit. We've been dating for 2 years and moved together 1 year ago. So basically, my first job is 6 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. We aren't struggling financially, but we do keep having big payments to worry about, such as getting my car fixed or paying rent. I want to go to school to become an esthetician, which is about $12,000 without taking out any loans or going into debt. I also don't want to wait 2 years to start, so I decided to get a second job, which is good. Doing what needs to be done. It's ridiculous that we have to do all this, but she's doing what needs to be done. Okay. The hours are 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. for the second job. I try to go to sleep around 9 or 9:30, so I'm not tired. I've been working here for about a week, and apart from sore feet, I'm fine. Since I've been too busy with work to clean and cook, I asked my boyfriend to clean and cook. No big deal, right? Wrong. Apparently, it is. I come home today at 8:30 after asking him to have dinner ready so I can sleep at 9. When I walk in, he's playing video games. He gets upset with me. I say, I'll just make ramen, and tells me he wants me to quit my second job. When I ask why, all he says is, you don't get it. When I ask him to explain, all I get is, you just don't get it. Of course, that's what I don't. Of course I don't. That's why I'm asking. Anyways, he says he hates doing all the housewife things like cooking and cleaning. So I tell him it will only be for a few months till I get half the money, and he starts saying that he will get a second job. He already works from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. I keep telling him that I want to work for my own school money and to be responsible for it, but he keeps saying he will get a second job instead. He also keeps saying this is very low. He doesn't want me to overwork myself and keeps saying that I'm fine, and if he gets too much, I'll just quit. Is it wrong for me to want to work for my goals instead of making others work for it? Is it wrong for me to ask a man to cook and clean? Because apparently, I just don't get it. Okay, this is a situation in which a very old school, classic type of man is in a relationship with a modern, independent woman. Their value systems are, from where I'm standing, absolutely incompatible. Okay. This is not a situation that's good. He needs to update what is necessary to be in a relationship. Okay? We can't have the top 1% of people doing 99% of the misogyny. But that is currently the case that's happening. Your boyfriend is young, he's dumb, and, get a new one, okay? It doesn't sound like he has an appreciation for what a man's job is. He doesn't, he's not a good partner. I'm having a very difficult time finding anything good or nice to say about this man. Okay. Tiffany is worried about my throat. My throat doing these impressions is fine. You don't have to worry about it. I am a professional. And this is what I do. Okay. Been there, done that. Find someone who is working with you to further your goals as a partner, not someone who undercuts you at every opportunity, who does not want to do the bare minimum, okay, to make things better for both of them. We got a prime sub from Flakes. And I just want to say thank you to you, to Chad, both. Look at that. Big Barney energy. Absolutely. Rain Lynn, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Okay. Now. We are going to move on to a different one. One that is much easier on my voice. This doesn't hurt it, but you can't get tired after doing it for long enough. Puss in Boots. Because we know him already, yes. Can I do Chris Tucker? Ooh, I need a hook line for Chris Tucker. I'm not sure off the top of my head. Could I do a Chris Tucker? Yes. Would it be the best Chris Tucker? Maybe not right away. Maybe I need to take some time. Take some time to learn. No more hairballs tonight. Hey, I have the water for the hairballs. The hairballs are almost inevitable, okay? It does dry out your throat somewhat. But this is why we drink water. Here we go. This is another Reddit post. I am a 27-year-old woman staying at my boyfriend's house, who is 33. And it's been fine. We've been dating for 2 years. I'm searching for an apartment, so this is an in-between. He has always been very private about his phone, but he recently changed his password, and I asked him why. He said it was just an easier password, but I don't believe him. So he said I could look at who texts. And then I clicked on his BFF's text messages, and he got upset and took the phone away, which I think is weird. He was supposed to go to Vermont with me this weekend on a family trip and asked if he could stay behind at job search. He didn't do that, and then went out. After that, he was going to come grab dinner with my parents and I, and was so tired from going out that he asked if he could stay behind, which I said was fine at the moment. Last night, he was supposed to go to his BFF's place to use his miles to get my flight for a trip. He sells his miles. How do you do that? I've never heard of these selling miles. But he didn't do that. Instead, he went out until 2 a.m. I felt really confused, and I'm not quite sure how to take it. He has been faithful with no signs of cheating, as I know. Has generally treated me well and hasn't made me jealous about any girls. He can be a little careless with his time, but I'm not sure if this is a red flag. He keeps saying I'm very paranoid, that it's a lot for him because I always think he's up to something, probably due to my last relationship dynamic. Too long didn't read. Once again, we read the entire thing. Boyfriend recently changed his password and has been going out more. I'm wondering how to feel and engage with this issue. My friend, I'm not sure how to say this to you. There is no easy way to put it. Your man's is absolutely cheating on you. Okay, let's deal in reality. That is the fact. If I look at the facts on the page spells out the word he is cheating on you. Okay, it is really a sentence rather than a word, but you understand what I say. Yes, your boyfriend is being very suspicious. Absolutely. Big red flag. So many red flags. So many red flags you could land an airplane. Okay. Yes. Maybe you should leave your man. Maybe your man changed his name, the name in his phone, to His BFF's name is what it sounds like to me, because he thought he was being so clever. But he's not. If your boyfriend changes names in their phone to other names, they are probably cheating. Cheating, definitely cheating. They are probably cheating and cheating. Maybe both. Yes. What is cheating? I don't know. He's probably doing it with that person that he changed his best friend's name to in his cell phone. I have nothing else to say about this. It seems to me the case is closed. Leave your man. He is already leaving you. Sad. Elliot fan says, where is the chicken? To this, I do not understand what you mean. I simply have no understanding at all whatsoever. Everyone in the chat says he is cheating, and I agree. Absolutely. Here we go to the next thing. While we are doing this Shrek thing, we may as well speak to the man himself, shall we not? So, I think you are familiar. This is once again a story from Reddit. Take it away, Shrek. My ex and I have no children together. Recently broke up. He reaches out, assumedly, and asked if I could help watch his kid. And then states there was no chance of a reconciliation, no friendship, no nothing. That it was strictly about his kid. So I ended up agreeing, even though I'm still in love with him and will always help. However, based off his statement, I thought treating it like a business arrangement was in the best interest of me and my feelings to keep me detached. He responded with, "You're calling it a business arrangement, and I don't like that, especially if it's about my kid. I don't need your help, and I'll figure it out on my own." I responded with, "Okay." I was hurt with the statement, but am I the a-hole for calling it a business arrangement? There's an update here. He came to my home after I told him that I was going off the terms he laid out. He stated I was putting limitations on my help and that it was not fair. He stated he needs me time and that I should be a decent human being and help him like he helped me. Keep in mind, the help I've asked for was to pick up my kid from school and drop her off at home because I couldn't leave work. I asked for help with groceries and got the bare minimum. Bread, milk, eggs, cereal, a pack of milk, a pack of meat. Meat in a pack? Yeah, suppose. No extra snacks, no goodies. I've always said thank you and tried to repay him back with cooking for him. Bringing him food during his lunch. He works nights. The times he wanted me to watch her would be at night, twice a week. Okay, I think I've read enough. Alright. So this man breaks up with this woman. The man has a child. He then asks the woman, who's hurt, he's just broken, to watch his child. And she says, okay, pay me. And he says, you're selfish. That's wrong. What are you doing? Good on you for saying you've got to pay me. He wants free childcare. As if the heartbreak wasn't enough. That doesn't make any sense at all. People are crazy. Absolutely mad. Any other details in this? I don't think so. What do you think? What do you think, chat? I think it's stupid. And I do have to agree. The absolute audacity For you to break my heart. You gonna break my heart and then ask me to babysit for you? You gonna break my heart and then have the audacity to get mad at me when you ask me to watch your kids? Listen, they are my kids. These are not my children. And you want me to watch them for free? Who do you think I am? That is incorrect. You are making a lot of assumptions. You can only be mad at yourself about how it goes. That's crazy. That's madness. That's wildness. He wants his cake and to eat it too. Yes, he does. Yes, he absolutely does. No, you can't do that. Listen, in a good relationship, in a healthy relationship, taking care of the kids is something y'all got to work on together. Because it can be real easy for one person to do all the work while somebody else is skating by and the other person is feeling underappreciated. You got to have a conversation about that. But to break up and then still have expectations? You must be out your mind. That is absolute madness. Okay. I'm just reaching in my my bag of tricks here. Jennifer, about the last story, says, "Who does this guy think he is? Jesus?" I don't actually think Jesus would be so presumptuous. You know? Sounded like a pretty decent guy. Okay, well, Kermit the Frog here, and we're gonna read one from Reddit. Surprise, surprise. Okay. I, a 27-year-old woman, bought a small apartment 2 years ago with my own money and a mortgage I'm still paying off. I live alone and worked really hard to be independent. My younger brother, who's 22, just finished at school and asked me if he could crash at my place for a few months. I said okay, but if he helped with the utilities and groceries, like $200 a month tops, and respected a few basic rules. Clean up after yourself, no loud guests every night, etc. He completely lost it. Said I was greedy, cold, treating family like strangers. He told our relatives I was trying to profit off my own brother. And now I'm getting texts from our aunts and cousins telling me I'm heartless. I'm honestly just trying to protect my space and peace. I don't think that asking for basic respect and a bit of help with costs makes me an a-hole. Am I the a-hole? Well, I've been both, okay? I've been the brother, the younger brother, who wants things for free. But, you know, sometimes you just gotta pay your own way, okay? You can't just have an expectation that people are gonna take care of you. Hey, little bro, things cost money. And your sister, wow, I sound like every dad in everything. Money doesn't grow on trees, okay? She has to work, and she built a life for herself. She doesn't owe you anything. I mean, unless she literally does owe you something, she doesn't owe you anything. So what are you doing? That is absolutely crazy. Plus, only paying $200 a month in rent? In this economy? And you're mad? What are you doing? You're crazy. What a deal. People. Wow, can you do Johnny Depp or Elton? Those are two Very completely different things. I couldn't imagine two more separate people if I tried. Just Johnny Depp? Johnny Depp as Johnny Depp? Hello. That's Johnny Depp. Not in character. Just Johnny being Johnny, you know, just walking down the street. Maybe that's how he answers his phone, you know? Wendy says, as someone who has done everything on my own since I was 18, the younger brother is ridiculous. I agree. He's gonna find out one way or the other how life works. One day, I hope, maybe, some people never learn, you know? Some people like that, you'd expect them to get their you know, their just desserts, but they just keep on skating by, somehow. Just over and over and over and never really learn their lesson, and eventually they're president of the United States. And that's just the way it goes. So, I hope he learns his lesson. There's no guarantee that he will. But, you are not the a-hole for standing your ground and creating a safe boundary. Oh, can I do Jack Sparrow? Let's put a pin in that until next week. Okay? Noted. I'll look it up. I need to think about his voice and listen to mine. It'll be fun. Actually, you can see the entire process. For sure. Yeah, maybe we'll make a little segment out of that next week. Okay. We're gonna move on to why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side? You may not know this about doing impressions and impersonations. A lot of times it's helpful to have what they call a hook. Oh, what up, Brenda Bass? One of the old school stream team members from way back in the day. Welcome. Glad to have you. Oh, the principal from South Park, PC principal. That one? That one or the old one? I actually don't even remember what the old principal. Who was the old prince? I honestly don't even remember. I mean, there's Mr. Mackey. Drugs are bad, okay? Drugs are bad. But he wasn't the principal. He was the guidance counselor. Okay. Kind of does sound like Dr. Phil. You know what other character there is that kind of is in this same world? Y'all watch Family Guy? Oh no, this guy, Bruce, he's very similar. Except he's not actually really trying to help nobody. Bruce is just kind of on his own. He's just observing things as they happen and just narrating out loud a lot of the times, I feel like. You know? But they are just kind of in that same exact world. I kind of want to read a story as Bruce. Let's see. What do we got? I might need to grab a new one. Let's see. Ooh, that's dark. So here's the trouble with these, is some of them are they're just so dark. And it's like, that's not fun for us to enjoy together as a group. That's not a fun group activity. We gotta keep them at least a little light, you know? Ooh, all right, here's the fun one. It's a real classic. Okay, first of all, the whole title is, Should I Text Him? She says, I'm so sorry for everyone who takes time reading this, but I'm just stressing out way too much. Met this very cute guy about 2 weeks ago at this pub quiz. What's a pub quiz? I never heard of that. He texted me right after and asked if I wanted to go on a date. Of course, I said yes, and we decided to meet the week after and play some games at a different bar. But the day before the scheduled date, he texted he'd come down with a cold and had to reschedule. Oh no. I said everything was fine. He could just contact me when I started feeling better. He texted afterward that he would, but it's now been a week. I have still not heard from him, and I know he's probably down with a cold, but I'm just getting so stressed out if he just flaked or if he thought I were no longer interested. I haven't texted him either. I really don't know if I even should have texted. I did find him on Facebook. I have not befriended him. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to tell myself to wait and calm down. I'm always a very nervous and stressed out person. But I don't know if I should instead just contact him myself and what I should do then and what should I then say. First of all, I just need to tell y'all this is very badly spelled and very grammatically incorrect. So if that was like kind of jumbled coming out, I apologize. It was partially me and mostly just like, you know, just the ways they wrote it out. You know, just the way they wrote it out, as they say. Classically, they do famously say that all the time. You know, you just gotta blame it on the way people wrote it out. So, you know, I think this is a real classic little, you know, situation that this person named Piglet has Piglet specifically has found themselves in. And well, I think you're in too deep, girl. You're already in too deep. You know, he's probably not even thinking about whether or not he's texting you. And you're sitting here sweating bullets all day and night, just wondering, oh, is he thinking about me? Oh, why didn't he text me back? Oh, maybe, hey, here's my advice. You should go on another date. Oh yeah, go on another date. That'd be real cute, you know? You go on another date with another guy, maybe somebody who texts you back in time. Okay, he's putting in the same amount of effort and energy that you're putting in, you know? Hey, maybe this other guy just had some stuff going on, you know? Can't make assumptions or nothing like that, but hey, things happen. Life is hard. Life is hard. Sounds like you're getting all wrapped up in something that isn't really anything yet. So maybe just take a little chill pill. Okay? Maybe take a little chill pill. Spend some more time working on your writing and all your grammars and things. Because, you know, they're just, you know, that's something that will be valuable for you for the rest of your life. More than this guy's not texting you back. So maybe, hey, maybe you should just get your priorities all straightened out. You know? Do I ever do Brian? Brian mostly is just, I'm pretty sure it's just Seth MacFarlane's regular voice. I'm pretty sure that's just him like talking. So, no. Because, see, now what I did just there is I was trying to hear Brian's voice in my head. Because that's all it is. It's like listening to music, you know? Just gotta hear the song and then maybe you can sing the song, but maybe you're a little pitchy. Maybe you don't know all the right notes. You gotta practice it a bunch, you know? Oh, but hey, that's something we can work on. Part of the whole point of this channel is to like do things and kind of suck at it. And not be afraid of doing that and sucking at it in front of a whole bunch of people. Like, I don't really care, you know? It doesn't really matter. You don't get better unless you try. You're not going to get better unless you fail. You got to fail your way forward, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Jennifer, with some great. You could just send him a text letting him know you hope he's feeling better, or just move on. I mean, those are totally normal things to do. Totally normal things to do. Tiffany, I don't suck at voices. I suck at some voices. For sure. For sure. But it's okay, you know? Dude, this is a good one. This is a nice one. Because it's, you know, I don't have to try all that hard to do it. Man, did anybody ever watch the Cleveland show? No? Probably not, because it got canceled. But, man, they had a whole bunch of voices on there that I like to do. I don't even know if anybody knows what this little dude's name is. Does this work? Am I pointing in the right direction on both strings? Nope. Okay. Right there. Right there and right there. Depending on if you're watching on Twitch or on YouTube. This is Rollo. This is Rollo Jenkins. And for all I know, he's dead now. Because I ain't seen him in like... when did that show get canceled? I don't even know. Yeah, his name was Rollo. There was Rollo on that show. And he was like the Stewie. And then there was Cleveland Jr. Hey, Daddy. Yeah, he talked like this. He was a real sweet kid, you know? No. I don't know why I have all the Cleveland voices. It's not even a show anymore. Well, I guess he is on Family Guy. Who, by the way, he's now voiced by Azers, who is also a YouTuber. And that is very cool. He does some great impressions. Oh. Ella White says, I hope you're having a beautiful night and have a blast. Your impressions are hilarious and I appreciate that. You know, I appreciate that. I see you. I see you. Seeing me, seeing you, seeing me, seeing you. Okay? It's like an infinite recursive seeing each other cycle. We out here. Oh man, Sir Alex Random. What up? Alright, Jennifer got some comments about that last story. I just don't get why she's fussing over a guy that appears to have ghosted her. Preach. Now, whether it's intentional ghosting or not, who knows? All I know is, you gotta stop wasting your time. Don't chase ghosts. You ain't a ghostbuster. Okay? There's plenty of people who are alive. You don't need the ghost. Stop trying to be a ghostbuster. Because you'll just look like a buster. Don't be a buster. That's the lesson. Don't be a buster. Man, that's some lingo from the 1990s / early 2000s. Fast and the Furious. If anybody got that reference, we're friends. Straight up. Whew. You know, it's funny. Ooh, my voice is a little tired, so this might be difficult. I just have a little bit more that I wanted to do. And, well, I wanted to reach into the mailbag because we got some people that wrote in. So kind enough to write in last week when I had that little form up for people to submit their stories and questions and whatnot. And, well, I pulled some, and we're just gonna go ahead and read them. Ooh, but I'm gonna change voices. One more time, one last time. This one's gonna be hard, and this is probably gonna just absolutely toast my voice for the night. I'm gonna need to give it a rest. So, here goes. Okay. This is from Mailbag. T and M, our Odyssey, want to know
how to start YouTube. Also, Optic Techie want to know similar thing. They say, I have been wanting to start a YouTube channel for so long, but have been always scared to do it. I have been always a shy kid, so don't really know how to start. How I start? Well, you already have YouTube account. Probably, that is how you are watching this now. Okay? So, there is a button. You go to button that says create. You hit button, and then you create. That is the whole thing. Okay? You don't need to wait for anybody. Matter of fact, Cookie Monster says, don't wait, just go. Make it bad, it's fine. Making it bad is better than not making it at all. So you have to go. And then you eat cookie. You eat cookie, make YouTube video, reward yourself with cookie. It's good plan. How do you get to YouTube with cookie and by go? You just go, do. You know what I do? I'm doing it right now. And after I eat cookie. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. I have cookies. I'm going to eat cookies. And ice cream. And cake. It was my birthday yesterday. And I have cake in freezer. I'm going to eat cake. So, as reward for doing YouTube, maybe I'll eat ice cream cake every week. Ice cream cake and cookie. That sounds good. Maybe not every week I'll get really fat. Okay, but that is advice. Oh, thank you for the birthday wishes. You know who else's birthday it was yesterday?
This guy right here. We have the exact same birthday. Not exact same, because obviously I wasn't born in whatever year he was. But August 4th. Me and the man B. You know? As a birthday gift, if you'd like to get a buddy to subscribe to the channel, you go steal your parents' phone and your siblings and your boyfriends and girlfriends and your friends and go to my page and hit subscribe. Just do that. That'll be a good birthday gift for me, you know? Oh, no, wait, back to basics. Happy birthday. Back to basics. If your birthday was yesterday, I think you've got a great birthday. Okay? You and I have the best birthdays in the biz. What's the biz? The birthday biz, as they say. So, good job on getting another year older. We should keep that going. To infinity and beyond. And my voice is actually pretty tired now. This has been 1 straight hour of nonstop talking. But hey, I really appreciate you guys for being here. We are here at the ground floor. And it's cool because the chat isn't super crazy yet. We're gonna keep on growing. And making a cool community together. You know, while I'm here, a little bit of housekeeping, because I had an idea, and I'm curious to know what you guys think about it. So, obviously on YouTube, since this channel is new, monetization isn't enabled yet, so nobody can become a member or super chat or anything like that. But once we can do that, I think you see this. You see this wall back here? The idea that I have is to design a big art piece, and then for every subscriber or member, a little thing will print out. One tiny piece of the overall art piece. And you'll go on the wall and become a part of the art. And it will have your handle on it, so your name will literally be on it, and then it'll just print in whatever color I need it to print in. Maybe 3D print. I think that would be cool. And then everybody can literally be a part of a thing that will be visible in the background for as long as I stream. I just thought of that, and I was like, I think that's a pretty cool idea. So Yeah, we'll work on that. We will work on that. And I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you again for this exact format, just doing voices, next week on Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Maybe we'll do a little gaming stream this week. Yeah? It's also going to be voices and goofiness and all that, but I'm also going to bring some of my my gaming buddies in, you know? I've got some other actor friends, voice actor friends, who, and non-voice actor friends, who are very funny. We'd have a very good time. So, whew, this is a whole lot of fun. I appreciate y'all, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.